Hey guys, how you guys doing? It's May 8th, 2019. Hoping you're having a wonderful day, a blessed day indeed. A couple things I wanted to talk about, all right? Two main things, or actually three. We got Israel and Gaza, the PIJ faction within Gaza, to be specific, Venezuela and Iran. All right, let's first start with Israel, okay? Like I said, any ceasefire between Israel and Gaza most likely will end in ruin. All right, these are very fragile ceasefires. Not every faction within Gaza wants to follow them. That includes the PIJ. All right, PIJ is a faction within Gaza, and one of their spokespersons came out today and stated that they are ready to pick up where they left off. All right, when it comes to the rocket barrages. Like I said, these ceasefires that the Egyptian mediation team so valiantly tries to create, they don't stick, and they don't ever stick. And this is just part of, the natural order of things between Israel and Gaza, all right? So I don't expect the ceasefire to hold for very long. I think that we will see more rocket attacks in the very near future. When exactly that will happen, I don't know. But it's something we have to keep our eyes on. Let's switch over to Venezuela, all right? Venezuela. Maduro, and this is coming off the past 20 minutes or so, Maduro warns of possible military aggression from Colombia. Maduro has ordered the arrest of the first vice president of the new National Assembly in Venezuela. And basically what all of this means, is that now the Maduro regime, and they stated this after this failed coup by Juan Guaido, all right? They stated that they're going to start prosecuting individuals who had something to do with that coup, as any sovereign nation would, all right? Well, we know from Juan Guaido that once these arrests start going through, once opposition leaders start falling like flies, at that point, the opposition party is going to formally ask for U.S. military intervention. Now, will that occur? At this point, your guess is as good as mine. If you asked me a week and a half ago or a week ago, I would have said, it looks like U.S. military intervention still it was on the table, and it's still on the table currently. But it seems like there's a lot more backdoor communication between the U.S. and Russia. The U.S. keeps on putting out that Russia doesn't want to have anything to do with Venezuela, but at the same time, they're sending troops there. They're sending hardware. Doesn't really make much sense to me. And they continuously state that all options are on the table. All right, you got a lot of people out there who are looking at this all these assets moving towards Iran, which honestly, those assets that are currently near Iran and those assets that are on their way toward or near Iran and currently towards the Middle East. I mean, we've been having hardware around that area for years now. People are just looking at it now, and they're making a big deal about it, especially in the mainstream media, because of the tensions between the U.S. and Iran. Okay, but I don't want people to think that, look at all this buildup. This is pre-Iraq war buildup, and we're about to see the same with Iran. No, that's not necessarily the case. Okay, we've had a lot of military hardware over there. A U.S. aircraft carrier and a strike group heading over there. We've continuously had one there for years. Okay, and then B-52 bombers, we've been using them against ISIS. Okay, so they are there. They have been there. But because of the tensions between the U.S. and Iran, it's something we need to continue to watch. Okay? But a lot of people believe that, this failed coup happened in Venezuela. So the U.S. Wanted to topple this regime, and they wanted to do it without warfare, and it didn't work. So now they're turning their eyes to something else, okay? And there is a lot of evidence to point towards something like that. But I wouldn't throw the cards away for Venezuela and U.S. military intervention just yet. I just wouldn't, okay? I think it's a lot less likely than it was a week and a half ago, but I don't think it's out of the realm of possibility. Okay. Now talking about Iran and this apparent evidence, this intel that came from Israel by the way of a brigadier general who had defected. Now, we keep on hearing, especially from the acting Secretary of Defense, that this was very, very credible information, that this intel was top-notch, and this is one of the reasons why we forward deployed the USS Abraham Lincoln to this area, because they were going to head there anyway. We just sped that process up. Does all of this point towards military conflict between Iran? Yes and no. But one of the big things is Iran, the Ayatollah came out this morning and stated that they were partially leaving the nuclear deal. But at the same time, does that really matter? Because the U.S. did that, a year ago? Actually, they did it, 6 months ago? I got my times mixed up. So Iran stating this, to me, it shouldn't make that big of a deal, but it might, okay? It's something we have to continue to watch. And with all these assets that we do have in the region, that we normally have in the region, added with these tensions, added with them saying that they're going to start nuclear enrichment once again, it makes me scratch my head. And I personally don't think that Iran's going to strike U.S. assets in the region. It doesn't make sense to me why they would do that. All right, I think they're a little bit more rational with their decision making. A lot of people have been pointing towards maybe a false flag happening. Basically, the U.S. and Israel stating, "Hey, we have this intel. Apparently, Iran is moving missiles. Apparently, Iran is going to target U.S. assets in the region." All while Iran states, no, we don't have any plans to do that. But a false flag would allow the U.S., Israel, and Saudi Arabia, because all those countries hate Iran. They just hate them. We've seen proxy wars in Yemen. We've seen proxy wars between Israel and Lebanon, Israel, Syria, Israel-Gaza. All fueled for the hatred between Iran, Israel, Iran, Saudi Arabia, Iran, United States of America. But a false flag would allow such military actions against Iran preemptively. So if we have this intel stating that they're going to attack, we attack them preemptively, say, hey, we have this intel. It gives us a little bit of a leg up on the PR department. This is all information that we need to continue to digest. We need to keep our eyes to the skies. A lot more information is going to come out, guys. I just wanted to give you guys a quick update of things I've seen today. All right. I don't think I have anything else. Honestly, just a lot of B-52s moving towards Qatar. The USS Abraham Lincoln should be going through the Suez Canal. A lot of people believe tonight, maybe tomorrow morning. So they are not that far away from striking distance against Iran if need be. At any rate, a lot of people believe that a war between Iran and Israel, Saudi Arabia, the United States is coming this summer. Okay, the dots are lining up. The dominoes are being placed, and we're just waiting for, as the acting Secretary of Defense put out, one errant missile to be fired to throw the whole thing out of whack. All right. As more information about it comes out, I'll let you guys know. We'll talk about. We'll discuss it. All right. Have a wonderful day, guys. God bless.